Welcome to part 4 and our final episode of Trail Hero Japan. This week, we've got all the action from Trailbreaker. But what exactly is it?
Trailbreaker is when the best of the best drivers come together and compete against each other. It's a limited amount of drivers.
Only 12 of them are going to actually compete and hit the trail.
You have to compete and qualify to make it into the competition.
All of the top vehicles and drivers have a chance at getting into Trailbreaker, so I think that it should be a good show.
With the top team selected for the final and toughest stages, we're expecting an action-packed shootout. But before we kick that off, let's flash back to the Friday warm-up when the 6 US teams got a chance to have their first drive in Japan and to check out some of the awesome trails this off-road park has to offer. The Nara Trail Mountain Park is Japan's home of rock crawling, and there's no shortage of trails and challenges for off-road fans to play on. The 6 US teams had come a long way for this, and it was important not to break anything, but their rides are built tough and the guys love the chance to explore and freestyle across the varying terrains. This climb attracted plenty of attention, but would anyone actually make it up? These deep washouts were the perfect playtime, but the crews were all here for rock crawling. And their free day of warm-up ended on the very rocks they'd be competing on the next day. But now let's fast forward from Friday to Sunday to get all of the updates and see the action of Trailbreaker, the final stage of Trail Hero Japan.
So Trail Hero Japan 2023, the day 2. Welcome back everybody. And we are having Trailbreaker today.
So with a big thumbs up from the teams, let's get set to hit Trailbreaker. As the second day of Trail Hero Japan begins, it's time for Trailbreaker, a never-before-driven, untested, unproven track.
The way the trail works is they will start and they'll have 15 minutes to finish. They have to go through each set of flags to get their points and finish. They are not allowed to have any help, no spotters, no winching, just the driver and his vehicle against Mother Nature.
Contestants must follow the path down the boulders, up through the flowing waterfall, then exiting the chopped up muddy climb. The faster the time, the better. Let's see how the teams go.
3, 2, 1, go!
The course is wet, not a lot of traction on the tires. I'm sure some of the guys are gonna do some fun stuff in there.
One of the Japanese drivers misjudged as he was driving in the first gate
And he sat there for ages, spinning and spinning, working his rear steer, almost shuffling off, but not quite there. One of the guys who's driving the Bronco from America pulled his winch out, hauled him back out.
True to form, I plan to just hammer it down. Let her eat.
I definitely had itchy pedal feet watching those guys. I'm always looking at the lines, looking at the cars and thinking, I can do that better, or I can do it this way.
As the last car was finishing, it started to pour with rain.
You don't know what kind of weather you're going to get. It's very cold out here this time of year.
This was going to make it tougher and far more difficult for the second half, the final leg of the Trailbreaker event. The second half of Trailbreaker incorporated a steep climb. There were 3 gates to be passed, one at a time, with the competitors having to loop back in between each gate, reclimb the slippery hill to tackle the higher gate. With each gate getting harder, the teams were really pushed to the test on this stage.
It's a balance of being super technical with being fast, which makes for this anxious competition.
At this point, this large vehicle was struggling to get through Gate 1 and found itself caught on one of the trees. With a little bit of tree loving, it was able to make its way around, but the driver and the crowd held their breath as the vehicle was about to flip. A lucky save found him back on course though and ready for the next gate, which was going to prove to be a little bit tougher. The tube frame, racing seats and harnesses ensure the driver was perfectly safe.
Yeah! America!
Greg Higgs from the USA struggled at the first gate, becoming hung up on a tree.
Darn it! Just got too overzealous, caught the tree, and now I broke a front U-joint.
He had to winch the front of the car up. Pretty tricky, the position he was in. Ended up having to reverse back down the hill, which was creepy. Got himself down.
With consistent drizzle and more traffic over the steep climb, the final stage was proving to be more and more difficult.
Sometimes you have traction, sometimes you don't.
I thought it'd just go right up, but I had a little issue there. And then I'm like, man, I'll just stay here for the next 15 minutes and hopefully we can smoke some tires. It was too wet and then it finally went.
With Trail Hero and Trailbreaker Japan all said and done, it was time for the award ceremony where the winners would be announced. The Unlimited class winners were
Greg Higgs, Craig Allen, Michael Bassanini,
and the overall winner was
Craig Allen.
He did amazing winning that event. He's really stoked because now he doesn't have to qualify anymore for Trailbreaker in the States.
Definitely want to thank the government for all the support that they've given us for the Trail Hero Japan event. Without their support, as well as the locals, none of this would be possible.
Thank you for sharing your world with us.
Thank you.
I'll be back. I'm wanting to bring a car. I'm hoping to talk some mates into bringing cars as well.
And with that, we wrap up our Trail Hero Japan adventure. It's been a blast with rocks, mud, and plenty of friendly faces. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe we will see you at Trail Hero later this year.
For more information of what we're doing, whether it be Trail Hero Japan or Trail Hero in the US, you can go to thetrailhero.com for the US and Trail Hero Japan for everything that we do here in Japan.
You should come to Japan to see this wonderful game.
So not only is it cool to come here and rock crawl in a different country with your vehicle, but even if you come as a family member or a friend or a spotter, you will have the most amazing experience.
I'll be here and you guys can join us.